played completely differently to capture the flag. So it's going to be very hard to judge, you know, which one of these teams is going to get ahead. I mean, that map in itself, incredibly close. Whenever a capture the flag goes to stopwatch, you can see that the teams are very evenly matched on that game mode and map, and it's going to be interesting to see if that continues throughout this best-of-5 series. Remember, both of these teams playing for top 6. They will actually play versus H2K or Optic should they win. Well, let's see who's going to take Search and Destroy.
Yeah, we are just having a brief look at the rules. For those of you not fully aware, the Deserto V5 rules are actually being implemented here in the Modern Warfare 3 Madcatz EGL8 Championship.
And what we're going to do, we're going to stick on board with the attacking side here. Underground on Search and Destroy is played fairly routinely. You'll usually see teams moving towards that A-bomb site, just migrating over, because it is generally the easiest one to plan. Even though the defending side knows that that's what the team's going to do, it still just seems to be the easier one to go to.
Well, it's so hard for the defensive team to actually get in there and set up any sort of defense against it. So that's why it's the more favoured bomb side. But I think we should. I think we will actually see some deviation to the standard play. But some of the Apex players did have a grin on their face when they saw Underground. So who knows? Well,
you know, there is always the element of surprise because nobody expects you to move straight towards that B-bomb site. Sometimes you can catch the other defending team off guard. We're seeing a huge push there from Monksy right down the middle, engaging against 3 Prophecy players, getting a little bit unlucky there, but 2 go down for Apex. Maxi managing to get the Semtex kill against Swanee, almost evening things up.
That was so unfortunate there from Monksy, I must admit. He pushed straight down that middle and then come face to face with 3 of them. Not exactly a great place to be in. 3 of the best European players.
Absolutely. Excellent, though, holding position here, just biding his time, waiting for the moment to strike. If we just quickly flick over to somebody else, let's watch the bomb carrier, see what's going on for Maxi here. Oh, and he is going to engage in a gunfight against Shane, gets the better of him, but he is weak, he is stunned, and he is in trouble. He needs his teammate support. Gunshi managing to take him out with a Semtex.
Now we are seeing excellence there with a 2-piece, taking down Jake to actually win that round.
So the first round here, Search and Destroy Underground going towards Apex, looking really, really strong now in this tournament. And there we go, final kill cam from Excellence. We'll switch over, we'll actually watch Prophecy on the attacking side. Feedback has told us that that is generally what you guys want to see because it provides a more aggressive gameplay. Of course, when you're defending bomb sites, you don't tend to move around the map too much. So it's interesting to see the strategies that are implemented by these top teams. And let's see what Swan is going to do.
We will get on board with Swanee, who's using his ACR and is pushing over towards the left-hand side of the map.
Okay, well, he's in a prime position here. This one looks like it's going to be played fairly routinely as Tommy manages to take out Gunshi. Smokes go down, interesting play, concealing the line of fire, and Swanee is going to take advantage of that by vaulting a frag grenade over and taking out Tommy.
Yeah, that was a nice nade over the back there from Swanee, and now engaging in a little bit of a gunfight. Needs to get down as that head glitch, of course, will benefit the Apex player.
Just escaping the danger there, incredibly weak, but he doesn't want to stray too far from his teammates who are in a lot of trouble at the moment. Apex doing some great defensive work as we quickly bring up the scoreboard. Let's see what's going on. It is Swanee and Jake versus Excellence and Maxi in a 2v2. Both of these players on either side top fragging, but there we go, Excellence with a 2-piece to seal a deal for their defensive side.
Excellence there with yet again another 2-piece to seal the deal, as you said, Rel, at the end of a round on this Underground Search and Destroy. They're playing really, really well as of late. I mean, a lot of people underestimated Excellence's skill on Modern Warfare 3. I think perhaps saying that he wasn't as good and up to his standards as on Black Ops, but I think that might just go to show how good he actually was on Black Ops. But now, getting back on board with Apex for once again another attack. We are on board with the man himself, Excellence.
Yeah, let's see what he can do. I mean, he's currently at the moment going 5-0 after just 2 rounds of Search and Destroy, so playing incredibly well for Apex, really bringing the pain to Prophecy. However, Prophecy looking strong for this round, is actually the last alive, and that was a really quick round by Prophecy, absolutely dominating round number 3.
Yeah, Apex there got a little bit too ahead of themselves, started rushing out all of them all at the same time, and Gunshi there just able to pick him off as he rushed towards him.
I mean, I think what Apex were trying there, it's like we were saying before, the element of surprise. Prophecy probably weren't expecting that, but, you know, due to the competency of the team, if you will, they were well prepared for any sort of advancement. Let's actually watch Prophecy now. We've seen Swanee a little bit, but let's check out what Shane's going to be doing. Interestingly, not using an SMG.
Yeah, an interesting route to push as well, whilst using an ACR, so perhaps they've got a tactic up their sleeves.
Maybe. And I find it really interesting when teams actually do this. Even though they're on the the attacking side, they play a little bit more defensively. You would expect them to just charge towards the bomb site, but no, they're actually waiting for the defending side to come to them.
Yeah, hoping that perhaps one of the Apex lineup will just try and stray out, perhaps get around the back of Prophecy, but Shane there will, of course, be in a vital position.
Let's check out what's going on with the other guys here. I'm interested to see what the bomb carrier's doing. If we get on board with Gunchy, you can see exactly which bomb site he's migrated over to. Fortunately for him, that Semtex isn't going to connect. His teammate in a lot of trouble there. Swanee does go down by the hands of Tommy, and that is going to leave Gunchy all on his own in a 1 versus 4. Bad news for Prophecy right now.
This could be huge from Gunchy. He has just seen one in first alley, but no, been taken down instantly by Tommy as Apex extend their lead to 3-1. Only one more round from Apex will, of course, seal the deal and take this search and destroy and the nearly tournament. They would be one map away from this winner bracket round number 5 here in the Madcatz Modern Warfare 3 EGL8 Championship.
Absolutely. So as you say, Gucci, potentially the final round here of Search and Destroy. We've seen Excellence playing a little bit. We haven't seen too much of Maxi here playing under the MVE gamer tag as he throws everything in his arsenal over that A bomb site. Everything does connect and he knows that there are Prophecy players around that area.
Swanee falling out the first blood there to Tommy. That Semtex went over towards the back of a bomb site. So now still on board with Maxi. So let's see what he can do as he's attempting to be a game changer here, pushing forward, waiting for Prophecy to push towards him now.
I mean, for Prophecy, I suppose they've got to be really careful around that van. Of course, it is explosive, and whilst it can a lot of times be used for cover, it can also be a bit of a poison chalice in that it does add that benefit, but of course, a single Semtex will end that for them.
Yep, Shane there taking down Excellence, so that has leveled things up. 3 versus 3, and Apex on the attack, only one round away from winning this search and destroy.
And I want to watch the bomb carrier here simply because the 2 teammates that he currently has with him at the moment are doing some great supporting work, but they are taking this really slow. They're being extremely cautious at the moment, and for very good reason. They want to end this here and now. They want to take this 2-0 map lead, and Monksy looking set to do this, but no, Gunchy denying the opportunity to plant the bomb.
Nice there from Gunchy taking down Monksy as he pushed in towards that A-bomb. Now Maxi just waiting for that middle alley to push. He knew that the player was there. He got stunned previously, but not being able to pick up any kills on him.
Maxi now sweeping right round the back. You've got to remember it is just him and Tommy left against 3, so they are trying something different. I mean, unfortunately for these guys, they've had to leave that bomb unattended, and if Prophecy know that bomb is down there, then Apex are in big trouble.
Yeah, of course they will, though. As soon as there is a kill cam, one of the players die, and then can instantly call out bomb down. But
let's see what Max is going to do here, just taking his time. Keep your eye on that clock in the bottom left-hand corner because it is ticking away. We are going to hit the final 30 seconds of this round, and Apex are going to have to take a risk here. There's 2 of them, and they need to take out 3.
Yeah, Maxi there turning his back on Gunchy. That is something you do not want to be doing, but now Tommy left at 1 versus 3. He's taken down Jake already. He's shot in the back, not able to take down Shane with a turn on. So Prophecy clawing their way back into this now, 3-2 to Apex.
Absolutely, they are in a comeback. They need to win 2 more rounds of this Search and Destroy to bring it to 1-1 overall in this best of 5. They are playing for a top 6 position, a very respectable placement in this tournament. Both of these teams still in the winner bracket, so even if they lose this, they are still in with a shot of actually coming out of this champions because, of course, this is a double elimination championship. Yep,
the double elimination tournament, and now we are on board with Prophecy, who need to win this round to stay in this Search and Destroy matchup. We're on board with Shane here using that MP7.
He's just moving out, and like we said before, Gucci, the element of surprise can pay off sometimes, but in such a risky situation, you've got to question whether this is the right thing to do.
Sometimes it is just best to stick to what you know, but Excellence there picking up the first blood with a frag grenade onto Jake. Of course, Excellence and Jake, former teammates under the Infused banner.
Shane being very slow moving towards this bomb site, with good reason. I mean, it's very easy to catch someone off guard if they are moving down here. I thought I saw a little bit of a shadow there. Yes, I did. It was Maxi, and he is going to make that kill.
Maxi picking up the second kill there onto Shane, so this is not looking good for Swanee and Gunchy. If we just have a look where Gunchy is, and also Swanee as well, they are quite separate, but now Gunchy has just been taken down by Maxi, so it is all left to Swanee to do, all on his shoulders, 1 versus 4 against Apex.Razer.
Yeah, Maxi playing absolutely brilliantly here. Maxi, a French player who's actually attended every single EGL to date, including Pro Series, as far as I'm aware. But let's see, as Tommy manages to end this search and destroy, it's going to be a 4-2 victory there for Apex. 2-0 now in this best of 5 series, and Apex looking really, really strong to push Prophecy into the losers bracket and allow themselves to advance.
Tommy there going 7-4 in the end, 6-2 for excellence. So everybody having a good search and destroy game. As we just pan out, having a look at the venue, it is full of gamers. Those are all the stations for the other Call of Duty tournament getting underway. And our lovely main stage crowd here as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big crowd that's actually come to watch this matchup, and it's getting bigger and bigger every time, I've noticed, as we're getting further and further on through this Madcatz EGL8 MW3 Championship. As the better teams are advancing further, the games are getting even more tense.